And he shall capture the army, his heart being exalted, and he shall cause tens of thousands to fall, but not prevail. And the sovereign of the north shall return and raise an army greater than the former, and certainly come at the end of some years with a great army and much surprise. And in those times many shall arise up against the sovereign of the south, while some violent ones among your people exalt themselves to establish the vision, but they shall stumble. Then the sovereign of the north shall come in and build the siege mound and capture the city strongholds of the armies in the south, and shall not stand, nor his choice people, for there is no strength to stand. So his opponent shall do as he pleases, with no one standing against him, and stand in the splendid land with the destruction in his hand, and he shall turn his face to enter the strength of his entire rule, and make an alliance with him, and he shall do so, and give him a daughter of women to corrupt her, but she shall not stand, neither be for him. Then he shall turn his face to the coastlands and capture many, but a ruler shall bring the reproach against them to an end. And with the reproach removed, he shall turn back on them. Then he shall turn his face toward the strongholds on his own land, but he shall stumble and fall and not be found. And in his place one shall stand, one who imposes taxes of the honored reign, but within a few days he is destroyed, but not in wrath or in battle. And his praise shall arise and despise to one to whom they shall not give to the excellency of the Lord, but he shall come in the peaceably, and the says of the rule and the flatteries, and the armies and the flood shall be swept away from before him and be broken, and also the prince of the covenant, and after they joined him, he shall work deceit. They shall come up and become strong, and with a small notion, and he shall enter peaceably, even into the richest places, even unto the promise, and do what his fathers have not done, nor his forefathers distribute among the plunder and spoil and surprise and device and disposed against the strongholds, but only for a time. And he shall stir up his power and his power he had against the sovereign of the south with a great army, and the sovereigns of the south shall be stirred up to the battle with a very great and mighty army, but not stand, and those they shall devise the plots against him, and those who have been eating his food shall destroy him, and his army be swept away, and many fall downstream, and both of the sovereign's heart are to do evil, and speak rise at the same table, but not prosper at the end still of an appointed time. Then he shall turn to the land, which is thence much surprised in the heart, and against to the Kodesh covenant. He shall act and shall return to this land, and the appointed time shall return to go toward the south, but he shall not be like the former of the later days. For ships of Kittim shall come against him, and he shall lose heart and shall return in large against the Kodesh covenant, and shall act and shall return and consider those who forsake the Kodesh covenant. And a strong one shall arise from him and profane the Mikdash, the stronghold, and shall take away that which is continued, and praise abomination that raise waste. And by flatteries he shall profane those who do wickedness against the covenant. But the people who know the Elohim shall be strong and shall act, and those of the people who have insight that shall give understanding to many, they shall stumble by the sword and frame, and captivity and plundering for days, and when they stumble they shall be helped, and a little help, but many shall join them by flatteries, and some of them who have insight shall stumble to refine them, and to cleanse them, and to make them white, until when the time of the end, for it is still an appointed time. The sovereign shall do as he pleases, and exalt himself, show himself to be great above every mighty one, and speak incredible matters against the earl of mighty ones, and shall prosper until the wrath has been accomplished for what he has been decreed that shall be done. And we have no regard for the mighty ones of the fathers, and for the desire for women, nor have regard any mighty one, but exalt himself above them all. But in his place shall give esteem of a mighty one of strong stones, and a mighty of one of his fathers, and did not know that he shall give esteem of the gold and silver and precious stones and costly gifts. And he shall act against the strongest, the strongholds with falling mighty one, which he shall acknowledge. He shall increase in esteem and cause them to rule over many, and divide the land for gain, And at the time of the end, the sovereign of the south shall push at him, and the sovereign of the north run against him like a whirlwind, with the chariots and the horsemen, and with the ships. And he shall enter the lands, and shall overflow and pass over, and shall enter the splendid land, and many shall stumble, but this escape from his land, Edom and Moab, and the chiefs of the sons of Ammon. He shall stretch out his hand against the lands, and the land of Mizraim shall not escape. And he shall rule over the treasures of gold, silver, and over all the riches of Mizraim, and Libyans and Cushites, and shall be at his steps. Then reports from the east and the north shall disband him, and shall go out with a great wrath to destroy and put many under the ban. And he shall pitch the tents and see the splendid Kadesh mountain, that shall come to his end with none to help him. Daniel chapter number 12, and the last chapter of the book of this Nabi. Now that time Michael shall stand up, the great head, who is standing over the sons of your people, and there shall be a time of distress such as never was since there was a nation until that time. And at that time your people shall be delivered, every one who is found in the book, written in the book. And as for many, those who sleep in the dust of the earth shall wake up, some to everlasting high, and some to reproaches everlasting abhorrence. And to those who have been saved shall shine like the brightness to the expanse, and those who led many to righteousness like the stars forever and ever. But you, Daniel, hide the words and these and seal the book until the time of the end. Many shall diligently search, and knowledge shall increase. Then I, Daniel, looked, and saw two others standing, one in this bank of the river, and the other on the bank. And one said to the man dressed in linen, who was above the waters of the river, Now how long until the end of the end of these wonders? And I had a man dressed in linen, who was above the waters of the river, he who held in his right hand and his left hand to the Shamaim, and so by him who lives forever, that it will be for an appointed times and a half. And when they have ended scattering the power of the Kodesh people, then all these shall be completed. And I heard, but I did not understand. So I said, My master, what is it this that in the later days to happen? What is this later end of this? Then and he said, Go, Daniel, the words are hidden and sealed till the time of the end. Many shall be cleansed and made white and refined, but the wicked shall do wickedness, and none of the wicked shall understand, but those who have insight shall understand. And from the time that which is continued is taken away, and the abomination that traces is placed in thousands and hundreds and 99 days. Baruch is who is waiting earnestly, and comes to the 1,300 and the 50 days. But you go your way till and rest, and arise to your road and the end of the days. We have come back to the end of the book of Daniel, from chapter 1 to chapter number 12. Thanks our viewers, thanks for watching. I've been your host, Ezron Evans, and we always say Todara Baba Yahweh and Yohevet Yashua Hamasha. For wherever we are, in the next episode, we are going to enter into the book of Hosea, the Nabi. And as well as may you continue to bear with us, and may Yahweh do you good and balak you. Shalom, peace, and love unto all of you who have been following us. In the name of Yeshua, hallelujah, hallelujah.